Alright, class. Today's video is going to be about trans people in sports, journalism, media literacy, and fear-mongering. Okay? So what we have here today, we have a article from the New York Post. Alright? Garbage. This is like one, if you don't know, New York Post is sometimes kind of gets by as being a legitimate news source. It's not. It is one step above those, like the alien stole my baby tabloids at the grocery store. Okay? Even further trash, this particular article written by Taylor Penley from Fox News. Double garbage. Anyway, the title of this is Parents Raise Concerns After Trans Athlete Allegedly Deals Girls Welts, Bruises During Practice. There should have been an and in there, not a comma. Just saying. Anyway, a group of Wisconsin parents are outraged over what could potentially be a transgender athlete participating in girls' sports at an area school, according to Fox 11 in Green Bay. Pay attention to the language that is used. Outraged over what could potentially be a trans athlete. Parents said their daughters started coming home from summer games and practices with welts and bruises that they never noticed on their children before. This is the outrage. This is what this has been sparked by. Is their kids are out playing games. Mind you, nowhere in this does it say what sport, what grade, what school, what city. No specifics. That is key to fear-mongering and goes against what journalism is supposed to be, okay? And part of media literacy is being able to notice not just what's there, but what isn't there. When there isn't a single specific anywhere in there, you can kind of figure something's up. But this is basically, it mentions somewhere that there's a ball, so it's a ball-related sport of some kind. And that's about as close to any specificity as we get. A couple of the kids played sports and came home with a bruise or two, and that has caused parents to be outraged and shocked and started levying concerns about a potential trans athlete. Though they declined to specify what sport and which school is involved in the dust up. Their kids went to a sports practice and came home with a bruise. That is not a dust up. Dust up implies there's a fight of some kind. This was kids playing sports. And a bruise or two. They're trying to build the fear, make it seem more than it is, right? Fox 11 spoke to 3 sets of parents about the ordeal of their daughters playing on a sports team with another girl. That's so weird. What an ordeal. Quote, this is one of the parents. They're just not used to the ball coming at them that hard. Oh my God. They're getting older, and people, cis men, cis women, trans people, whoever, they're going to start throwing the ball a little bit harder than the year before. Again, it doesn't say what grade this is, what age we're talking about, or nothing, or what sport. And also, they're just not used to the ball coming at them that hard. This is more of that narrative that is pushed kind of subtly whenever talking about trans people in sports, particularly in school, right? They always make it seem like, okay, you've got a 9th grade class, and you've got all the girls are all these like typical 9th grader girls, and then you've got the trans girl that's 8 feet tall, 400 pounds, bodybuilder looking thing, right? And just like smashing everyone like they're little ants. In reality, probably couldn't tell which one was the trans girl. And what this is going to lead to, of course, and what already has happened, it was, what was it, in Canada, as I call it, where there was I believe it was a track meet, and one of the girls was like faster than the other by like half a second. And so the girl who came in second, their parents started getting outraged and demanding to see the birth certificate and medical records and genitals of the girl who won, because she has to be trans if she beat my daughter, right? Because my daughter's the best. Also, the girl has a short haircut, therefore it's got to be a man, right? So that's more of what this is. A concerned mom was quoted as saying that this particular girl, particular student who is under scrutiny, so they're targeting one random girl. Again, they don't even say in here if they know if she's even trans or not. There's like 100 or something trans girls or trans people overall in school playing sports across the whole country. This is most likely a cis girl. The student under scrutiny has, quote, the most power out of anyone on the team. Like she's the goddamn Hulk, and everyone else is just little tiny kids, right? This is my favorite quote from one of the moms. She says that she isn't opposed. She is not opposed to trans students having a seat at the table, but added that that seat doesn't need to be at the girls' table. I love when bigots do this stuff and contradict the first part of their sentence with the second part of their sentence. I don't mind them having a seat at the table, just not this one, right? Oh, parents involved in the story. Now, this is the part where they're trying to get the emotional pull. Parents involved in the story said their daughters will not participate in the sport this fall if the athlete is allowed to participate. I guess whether she's trans or not, right? Because we don't have any information. The district provided a run-of-the-mill average statement. We care about our students and all this. Now, here's the thing. This article is 2 pages long, minus the ads. And I don't want to pigeonhole transphobes, bigots in general, people who are kind of anti-science on the trans issue, or New York Post readers in general. But I'm betting a lot of those types of people, once they blew their wad earlier in the article. They didn't get into the last paragraph, but I did. It talks about the school district's policy for trans kids playing sports in the school. And it says that basically for a biological male transitioning to female, don't like that phrasing, but anyway, they must have 1 calendar year of medically documented testosterone suppression therapy to be eligible to participate on the female team. Now, I obviously don't know if this is a trans person or not, this athlete, and I don't know anything about them, obviously. But I'm willing to bet that in this day and age, in this climate that we're in, if this student is trans, I'm willing to bet that they and their parents know about that policy. So and found out about it and make sure to adhere to it so that they don't get targeted like this article is trying to do. I'm sure that the school district knows whether or not the student is trans or not from just their school records or whatever, And I'm sure they had to get clearance from the school district in some capacity before joining this team. Meaning, if they're on the team, they have likely met these guidelines. Which means they're probably not a Hulk, and they're not breaking any rules. This whole article is just meant to fearmonger an already fearful and bigoted audience. This is the type of thing to look out for. Anyway, if you're one of the 2 people that's still here watching, click some buttons on your way out. See you later.